Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Christine Burnside, your host and Director of Community Development for Emmanuel Community. Today we have some very special guests. We have Joe Berlinger. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you.
We have Florence Haublett. Okay, hello. Doris Moe. And Eiler Bjorkeri.
Thank you.
Okay. And they are part of the 90 Plus Club. Here at the Lamplighter Manor, we are in the beautiful dining room of Lamplighter Manor. We have 17 people that are 90 and over. And you people belong to the 90 Plus Club. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a couple questions, if you don't mind. And if you'd be so kind as to share your wisdom on some of them. Starting off, I was wondering, and I'm sure the viewers are wondering, what is your favorite age group? Like the 20s, did you like your 20s over your 30s, or your 30s over your 40s, etc.? So Joe, why don't you?
40s.
Your 40s?
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
Well, I got married in 1940.
Oh.
Both of my daughters were born in 1940. And in 1949, we moved to Detroit Lakes.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice coincidence of things,
Yeah.
huh? Good. Any other things in your 40s that you were interested in?
Not that were very important.
Not kind of.
I had a new job when I moved here.
Oh. And Detroit Lakes has treated you well?
Very well.
Good.
We enjoyed living here.
Good.
Outside of the fact that I lost 2 wives.
Oh, okay.
And that's I ended up here.
Okay.
And this is an ideal place for people like us.
Oh, good. Glad you like it.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to Florence. Hey, Florence, what was your favorite age group?
My favorite age group would be the end of 30s and the 40s also.
Really?
Because I got married and I had 3 children then, and we were looking for a new home, and we had a place at the lake too, so it was a nice, we'd go out to the lake in the summer and have winters, and we found a big house in Crookston on Woodland Avenue, a big brick house, 8 rooms and 2 stairways and 2 big porches and a big yard, and it was just great.
Good.
Ended up being perfect for our family.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Doris, what was your favorite age group?
Well, from the late 20s, from 25 years, I came to Autumn in the 1937 to teach school, and then I met and married my husband, and we had 4 children. Or we have, they're all still living, and I enjoyed my teaching there. My husband managed the Big 5 co-op in Auburn for 23 years.
That's a big job.
And I was
All those farmers.
And I was a bookkeeper.
Good.
And of course I taught school there from 1937 to 1944.
So Eiler, thank you, Doris. How about you? What was your favorite age group?
I believe in 32 and on. When I was in high school, I pitched baseball there, and I struck out 19 men and faced 21 batters. I figured that was kind of unusual. And I've also I've loved to fish. Both my wife and I love fishing, and one year we got the second largest walleye and the second largest northern caught, and they had a contest at Walter's Tackle Shop, and entered them, of course, and I got the second largest walleye and northern in that contest. We also lived on Strawberry Lake for 11 years, and that was one of our dreams, of course, is to have a home on the lake. And we stayed, well, we had to finally move off because of my health, because the doctor said it was too far from town,
So,
too far from the hospital.
thanks. Can I ask you another question?
Yes.
And I want to ask all of you this question is, what world event do you remember the most?
I think when the Japanese hit Pearl Harbor,
Oh, sure.
I think that is about the dirtiest trick anybody's pulled on the United States.
What about you, Doris? What world event do you remember the
Well,
most?
that's the one I think too, but then when I was going to college in Moorhead, one morning they were hollering on the street, Lindbergh baby, Lindbergh
Oh,
baby kidnapped, Lindbergh baby kidnapped.
Huh. Florence, what about you?
World War II, because I had 4 children then. I had a little baby when Les went into the war, was gone 4 years. So
That was yours?
Yeah, that was.
What about you, Joe?
Same thing in the
World
war
War-
with Germany and Japan.
So, how old do you feel? That's a tricky
I'm
question.
95 this year, and I feel all of it.
Oh, 95 and all of it, huh? What about you, Doris?
Well, I'm 95, but I don't exactly feel that old. But I feel about 80.
Okay. Florence, how old do you feel?
Well, I don't feel old. If that's what you mean.
Oh,
I feel pretty good most of the time.
Good deal.
But I have a wonderful doctor that's got me on just the right number of pills that keeps me pretty
Good
happy.
deal. What about you, Joe? How old do you feel?
Well, I feel 95 most of the time.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm a little less and sometimes a little
Depending
more.
on the day, huh? So, Lamplighter Manor has treated you well.
Very well.
Good deal. And it's created home for you, as this
It's
is your home.
ideal.
So, so you recommend Lamplighter Manor to anyone that's looking for another home or a home with services?
This is the place to be, I think,
Good, good.
for
And
people
I
our
would
age.
think it would be wonderful for couples, because if Les was here, I'd be perfectly satisfied with everything.
Perfect. So, and I know we have a lot of activities
Oh,
here.
yes.
Yeah. So, what activity do you do the most? And we'll go around. I mean, which is your favorite activity? Is it happy hour? Is it bingo? Is it
Just
just
meeting up here in the dining room for birthdays and Thanksgiving and Halloween, and even a lot of birthday parties and happy hour.
Yeah, that's-
And then everybody is invited, so everybody is here.
okay?
So it's just kind of fun, makes you feel more like a family.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, what about you? What's your favorite?
Well, I think it would be on Thursday. The men meet on Thursday.
Your men's group.
And the only bad thing about that is we only get about 5 or 6 men. And what the others are hiding for, I don't know.
So invite the men. Who's ever watching but live here, invite the men. What about you, Doris? What's your favorite activity?
Well, bingo and happy hour and the friendship of everybody here.
The gathering. Tyler?
I agree with Joe here. The men's meeting is wonderful, I think, because we get a chance to listen to each other tell stories.
So Doris,
Yeah.
you gave us a picture of this basketball team. Do you want to tell us real quick what this is?
That's the Audubon girls basketball team in Audubon, Minnesota in 1937 and 38. And we played half court and we won every game that year.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for
And
sharing
we
it.
got our picture in the Fargo Forum.
Woohoo! Very good. Well, thank you for joining us today on Celebrate Aging. I'm Christine Burnside, your host, and thank you all for your wisdom and sharing. And we look forward to seeing you next week.